Hello, and thank you for having me. My name is Alec, and I'm the founder and CEO of VGIS. VGIS is a partner of Esri, and we provide premium augmented reality solution based on Esri technology. Today, in the presentation, I'm going to cover our augmented reality tool and describe a few use cases you can utilize right out of the box. And with that, let's get started. The main objective of augmented reality, in our tool in particular, is to let you interact with the data in a new way. We want you to be able to take your existing data set and display it on site, even if the building itself or if the object itself is not built yet. Or we want you to be able to take information that you have documented in the past and then visualize it as augmented reality visuals. In doing so, we want our clients and customers to utilize hardware they already have available, including advanced headsets such as Microsoft HoloLens or traditional phones and tablets, both Android and iOS based, and then view information coming from your GIS databases in a completely new way. And that information can represent infrastructure, it can represent buildings, and it can even represent 3D scans or reality capture. When we think about the main system and about our system, and the main problem we're trying to address with it is we're trying to reduce reliance on traditional maps. While they have their uses, traditional maps are generally time-consuming to read, and the process of reading maps is error-prone. By replacing the same information you see on 2D map with 3D view in the surrounding area, we can help you attain multiple benefits at once, including increasing situational awareness. You can instantly see where things are instead of trying to study them up, helping to avoid preventable mistakes, helping you find assets much quicker because you can simply see where they are and walk towards them. And finally, in situations when you have complex infrastructure, you can see a relationship between assets, which is highly important in mature city centers where you have multi-layered infrastructure, pipes and cables going together. This is an example of our system in action. When the system launches in the field, it presents information from your GIS with high accuracy directly in front of you. The model you see on the screen is generated procedurally. And what it means is that a person doesn't need to create this model manually. You simply connect information to your Esri ArcGIS, and then the model gets generated based on the attributes embedded within your data set. So all the color coding, all the pipe sizes, all the object definitions come directly from your GIS database, and then on the fly, converted into 3D visuals that your users consume in the field. The system comes with intelligent information management capabilities, and new data is preloaded dynamically on the background. It creates a very intuitive user experience where you just walk, and it's similar to having an endless scroll on your LinkedIn or Facebook page, where you just keep scrolling and new information appears at the bottom of the page. We use the same approach to visualizing GIS data. You simply keep walking and the new information appears in the distance without you having to stop and reload data. Within that data set, you have access to all the attributes. And if you're interacting with the digital twin, you can simply tap on the digital twin, bring up all the attributes. And since we have bidirectional integration with Esri, you also can update all the attributes within the digital twin directly in the field. There are multiple viewing options available. And if you prefer to see information in 3D, that comes as a default setting. But you can also view information as 2D overlays on top of the physical ground that reveal subsurface utilities only when you point your cursor at the line. Another option is to transition to a locate view that is similar to somebody who's been in the locate industry for some time, because it lets you see information in traditional dashed lines drawn on the ground, and then you follow the dashed line to locate a specific asset. The system reacts to how you, to where you are in space, and lights up when they step on top of them. It helps you deal with difficult situations when you have to keep an eye on traffic or heavy machinery, because then instead of looking at all the time at the screen, the system will communicate changes in your environment. There are also different ways of analyzing data, including simply looking at the data inside a virtual hole, or performing 3D scans by scanning the ground with the virtual scanner. VGIS also has integrations with scene services, which allows us to bring information from building scene services from Esri. And if you have your data, BIM data, documented in your GIS, VGIS can display the data in real time. The advantage to anybody using data in that format is that they can maintain a single source of truth, which is Esri ArcGIS. And as data changes at the source, VGIS will display that data aggregated with other data sources from Esri in a single unified digital twin view. Just like with other types of data, you have access to all the attributes, and by tapping on a single element within that model, you can bring up information about that element. In addition to BIM and GIS data, VGIS can also work with reality capture. If you use scene services, and if you collect 3D scans by performing drone flights or terrestrial scanners, VGIS can display that information in space with up to a centimeter level accuracy. What it helps you do, it helps you document your excavations, your work in progress, and then display it at a later date with high accuracy directly in the field. Additionally, VGIS has data collection capabilities, and we can use photogrammetry or LiDAR, as I will describe in a second, to scan excavations or work in progress, which will go back into your ArcGIS as a scene package so that you can utilize it later. So it's a bidirectional tool that allows you to see and collect data. The important component to remember about VGIS is that it's a system that allows you to take data in multiple formats, BIM, GIS, reality capture, aggregate it dynamically and in real time in the cloud, and then push it to the device as intuitive augmented reality visuals. The system is designed to accommodate bidirectional workflows. If you spotted a problem and you want to label the problem in the field, we have virtual label capabilities where you can place tags above objects. You can link those tags to the objects. So when you run an export from the backend, you know exactly what object the tag is associated with. It's extremely helpful in creating reports or work tickets if you have those. Or you can simply leave those tags in space and they will be visible to anybody within your organization who would access the same job site. Another component of the system is that when you work with the digital twin, sometimes you need to record information about it, and our system allows you to perform 3D scans in real time. VGIS utilizes LiDAR. Or if you don't have a LiDAR built into your phone or tablet, then you can use photogrammetry, which works similarly, except you don't see what you're scanning. And it creates a geo-referenced model that can be stored in your ArcGIS as the result. We plan to let you assign models to specific objects so that you can create direct association between the two. And in the future, you will be able to, when you look at this hydrant, pull model that is specific to this hydrant. Or you can say just perform the scan, and then somebody who comes to the same job site after you will be able to see information you scanned in real time with centimeter level accuracy. In addition to scanning capabilities, we also have data collection capabilities. You can use VGIS, and it's very common for the locate industry. When you have physically located an asset, you can use the system to document the job site with high accuracy. We're aiming for survey-grade quality of data collection. We can perform traditional data collection with the pole. Also, we can create visual data collection, just like you see on the screen right now, that allows you to trace outlines for, let's say, utility locates or some other assets. And then as you trace the outlines, create assets in real time in your ArcGIS database. When you collect data in such format, you can provide all the attributes, just like you see on the screen in a second. The system will honor settings that you have in your Esri field maps. So it will accept numerals when supposed to, or drop-downs. And the benefit of this approach is that you can look around and you can instantly validate the data accuracy. Finally, for the remote assistance, system comes with built-in remote assistance tools. You can project your screen and the person on the other side will be able to see what you see in real time, including physical world and augmented reality overlays. Since you can maintain two-way voice communication as you do it, you can get issue resolution done very quickly because an expert can guide you through the problem and they will be able to see exactly what you see. So it will be much more effective troubleshooting session. This approach also works very well when you have stakeholder engagement situations, especially during COVID. Everybody cannot be in the field at the same time, but you can have single technician who is dispatched to the job site, who can see or walk around the job site projecting augmented reality visuals, while the rest of the team teleconferences using Zoom or Teams and sees everything in real time. There are close to 200 organizations globally that deploy the system, including municipalities, utilities, construction companies, gas companies, federal agencies, and universities. In terms of architecture, VGIS runs in Microsoft Azure Cloud. It's highly secured and it can be taken behind the client firewalls if you choose to. It connects to Esri backend through the integrations we developed with Esri, and then processes and pushes data to the devices in real time. And that brings me to the end of the conversation. I'm happy to take your questions now.